So you want to start a window cleaning business, but all you have is a small vehicle, a compact vehicle maybe. I'm going to show you how you can run a very professional business right out of the back of your small hatchback. We do it all the time out of a couple of Priuses. I will show you those. And stick around, I will show you the most important tip that I can give you that will help you to preserve the value of your vehicle by not damaging it in the process. First things first with this vehicle, if you have the ability to, please install some weather resistant mats in the back. We've got, these are Toyota brand Prius, just designed for this. This is a 2022 Prius right here. And we got the rubber mats there to protect it from moisture and other debris from collecting in the carpet. But anyway, I highly recommend we install those. Now we'll lower the back seats. With those, the back seats also come with a rubber cover as well when you buy the unit as a whole. All right, we've lowered the back seats. I'm going to show you line by line, tool by tool, how we load up the back of the vehicle and exactly how we can get up to 4 stories, well, not 8 stories, 4 stories with our water-fed pull system right out of the back of this Prius here. You can do the same thing. This is our box of goodies. These are all those other little tools that you need, the little things that we need in a nice little basket here, all in one unit. We put this right behind the driver's seat. And then behind the passenger seat, we have our dry towels. With that, we've got a few other items in here, some safety cones. If you see something that you want more information on, I'll be doing that in other videos. Magic eraser. We also have, unfortunately, we have to carry this Narcan. That's in case we accidentally get exposed to fentanyl and we got to save somebody's life, or we see somebody that got exposed or overdosed on some sort of opioid like that. Anyway, that's a terrible reality of what we are dealing with in modern society. But either way, this goes right behind the passenger seat. Remember, stick around. I'm going to show you how to save your center console from any damage that you might be worried about. Of course, we have to have our standard window cleaning bucket. I recommend having a lid for it. Otherwise, make sure it's always empty whenever you're loading it up in the vehicle so you're not splashing water around in the back. But that goes right next to the driver's side rear wheel well, right there. Now, we try to be completely ladderless. Unfortunately, there's always something that comes up here and there. We're about 99% ladderless, but when those issues do arrive, it's nice to have a ladder with us. These types of ladders that fold down on themselves, they can fit real nicely inside the back of a compact vehicle. I'll show you that here. We put this in feet first so that the adjustments don't snag on the back seat. That slides in, resting up against the back of the driver's seat. Then we have this bucket of goodies here. It's got our backpack sprayer that we keep there, some other fun things, refilled and ready to go DI cartridge in case our unit goes out in the field. We have one ready to go in a backup, a brush, some line for the DI unit as well. And then it's a sealed bucket. So if we have to put something that needs to dry out, like or vice versa, if we use it, but we don't want to just set it on the ground in here or back into our water bucket, we can let it sit right there after we wring it out so it's not dripping in the back of our vehicle. This slides in passenger side, right by the wheel well, right there. You can already see it's all coming together. In addition, we carry another sealed bucket here for extra wet items. We keep a hose in here to attach to our PH7 RO DI, reverse osmosis deionized system. We'll show you that. But yeah, we keep this line in there and it always gets wet and dirty. So we like to keep it in this bucket here. If we have other wet items that need to be put in here so we could dump the water out later, we put this in. We put this between the towel the towel bucket and the this extra bucket here. So here is our pH 7. This is our filtration unit, so we can have purified water while we are out on site. This is the pH 7 mini, so there's no pump involved. That way it's not too heavy getting in and out, and it fits back here as well. It's 3 stages. It's got the carbon filter, it has an RO filter, and then finally through a DI filter to get us those spot-free results. Safety on the lift always, but with this you can hold it with one hand here and just kind of pivot right here off of that hand like this. Put one in the corner there. And I line it up as far back against the back of the vehicle right here as possible. This doesn't hit the back of this, and it's stopped in the corners by the vehicle itself. Next, we have our line reel ready to go. So this will come off of our filtration system, right on up the brush, up to the brush at the end of the pole. Slide that in between these two. Right there. Now, then of course, we need to have our actual tool belt, scrubber, squeegees, bags, all that good stuff. I just rest it right on top of our bucket. You can, these Mormon bucket on the belts, you can detach too if you want to put it off to the side. Sometimes I'll do that, or I'll lay it right in there. Either way, you want it a little bit out of the way so it's not just collapsing all over everything. I like the top of my bucket with a lid on it right there. Now it's time for the big reveal on how to protect your vehicle. And I'm going to give you a little story about what happened to me in my former vehicle. I had a Subaru hatchback, the Forester, and I wasn't using it for window cleaning, but I had some copper tubing that I took out of my house that I was going to recycle, and I laid it all the way through the middle console right up there. And that copper tubing, of course, has sharp on the edge. It rested against the console, and of course it just cut and gouged right into that console where your arm rests, which so frustrating. With the extension poles that we're going to put in here, they are longer than the back of the hatchback. We could find a way to go diagonal, but then it's kind of laying across everything. So it's nice to have everything where you can just easily grab it when you need to, and it's not in the way of other items. So to protect your center console and get an extension pole in here, I'm going to show you that next. This is one of those nice oversized safety cones. We're going to put this right in between the 2 front seats. And this is where our poles are going to rest so they do not scratch the console. So there is our cone protecting our center console. And there are our poles and everything else right in the back. And there we have it. We got our tool belt, we got our bucket for our mops and squeegees. We've got our filtration system and the water line. We have some backup systems over here, the brush, some more of our equipment. We got dry towels over there. And when we have wet towels at the end, we can either put them in that white bucket there that holds wet items, or we just put them back in the corner here on top of that weatherproof mat. And then of course, the thing that holds it all together so the poles stay where they need to go without damaging the console is putting a safety cone right there. Our poles lay right across the bottom of the floor, and there they are. Make sure that you'll understand the risks involved. Of course, there's tie downs in the back of the Prius, so we can tie down our heavier items and make sure that they stay put. Also, there's nets you can put over the top of everything else. So be sure that you think safety first and put things in accordingly. But yes, you can definitely run a professional business that reaches up to 4 stories for window cleaning right out of the back of your hatchback. Enjoy.